Let's do it. Good evening and welcome to the Planning and Zoning meeting for the City of Smyrna. For a moment there, I forgot where I was. I guess it's senility early. Anyway, today's Monday, January 13th, 2020. It's 6 p.m. and this meeting's called to order. At this time, we'd like to interfere with our recording equipment. For those of you joining us for the first time, this meeting is conducted much like a council meeting. As such, each application will include a presentation from city staff, followed by a question and answer session between staff and the board. Following staff's presentation, we'll have the applicant present their case and answer any questions. Once all the questions have been satisfied, we'll have an opportunity for anyone in attendance to come forward and speak in favor of or opposition to the application. Please come forward one at a time, state your name and address for the record, sign the sign-in sheet at the podium, and please direct all your comments to the board. Okay, the first item on our agenda is item 2019-440. This is item or application Z19-019. This is to be tabled to the February 10th, 2020 meeting at the request of the applicant. Can I get a motion to table this item? I need a motion to table. He's already made it. Technology. Why don't I see it? Because I know why I don't see it. I was busy showing everybody. Bartlett, we have a second, Mr. Seagraves. All in favor? The item is, the table is approved 6-0. All right, the next item on our agenda is seven. This is the approval of a subdivision plat at 3880 Ridge Road to subdivide the property into two lots. It's 1.53 acres, land lot 625. This is 3880 Ridge Road, as I said earlier. The applicant is Mark Combs. Mr. Staubs, the background, please.
Good evening. Road. Applicant is Mark Combs. This will be heard tonight and then to Mayor and Council next Tuesday because of the holiday. This is a picture of the subject property. It's about 1.5 acres currently. It's zoned R15. So this is not a zoning change. This is just splitting the property, retaining two R15 properties. Everything around is R15. This is the proposed plat. So there's an existing house that they will retain and then build a new house. Both will face Ridge Road. One lot will be about 26,000 square feet and the other lot is 30,000 square feet. So all the lines on there you're seeing are a lot of sewer easements, drainage easement, but that really doesn't affect too much what we're looking at. Staff recommends approval of the subdivision plat. It meets all the R15 zoning district requirements, and let us know if you have any questions.
All right. Do we have any questions for Mr. Staubs? Thank you, Mr. Stubbs. At this time, we'd like to have Mr. Combs come forward and tell us a little bit about his plan. Maybe answer some questions. Good evening and welcome.
Thank you.
Please state your name for the record.
Mark Combs.
Your street address?
3860 Ridge Road.
Okay, thank you.
I need to sign in at this time.
No, you don't need to sign in because you are the applicant of record. So if you would just tell us a little bit about what your plans are. We'll see if there's any questions or if there's any comment from the public.
Briefly, I'm just going to build a house with a courtyard garage facing forward, have a walkout basement, 2 stories, somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 to 5,000 square feet. And I'm going to relocate the dry creek bed that runs across the property to go between the two properties, as you can see up there, but essentially that's it. I am. I live at 3860 next to that house right there, and I'm going to sell it, and this will be my primary residence.
So Mr. Rice didn't have his microphone on, so you're going to build a house and move 2 doors down, essentially?
That's correct.
Okay. Any other questions for Mr. Combs? All right, sure. Thank you, Mr. Combs. At this time, we would like to open the floor, see if there's anyone in attendance that would like to come forward and speak in favor of or opposition to this application. Okay, let the record show there are none. Is there any further discussion about this application?
Item number 220-37, 3880 Ridge Road, subdivide property into 2 lots, land lot 625. I make a motion to approve it.
We have a motion, Mr. Seagraves, to approve. Do we have a second? Got something a little backwards on my screen. Should have a motion, Mr. Seagraves, a second, Mr. Rice, or a second, Ms. Ostrega.
You good?
Thank you very much. We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor, please vote. The application is approved 6-0. As Mr. Staub said, Mr. Combs, this will be, as they say, fast track to the next mayor and council meeting, which is, I believe, 1/22 next Tuesday. Is that correct?
Tuesday, right.
Okay. Thank you and good luck with your project. All right. The next item on our agenda is 8. This is zoning request Z20-001, rezoning from R15 to GC for use as an engineering office. This is 0.59 acre at land lot 381 and 412, also known as 740 Concord Road. J.D. Davis, LLC, is the applicant. Mr. Staubs, the background, please.
Yeah. 1 for 740 Concord Road. Your recommendation tonight will go to Mayor and Council on February 17th. So this is the zoning map. Currently, the property is zoned R15. It's historically been used commercial for decades by a single owner. Was formerly Smyrna Marine. That applicant or that owner has sold the property to a new owner that wants to use it as an engineering office. And due to the property being non-conforming, it needs to be rezoned to general commercial. As you can see, most of the property surrounding it is general commercial and light industrial, except those other remaining non-conforming residential lots to the west. All of the land use is community activity center, so it's compliant with the general commercial zoning district. This is the subject property. This is the existing building. This is the whole front of the property is curbless, so there's no curb cuts needed. And then this is the parking area. Nothing will be changed on this property. They're using it as is, unless they do some interior remodels. This is a picture of the subject property, and then the adjacent properties. And our recommendation is approval of the rezoning from R15 to general commercial.
Do we have any questions for Mr. Staubs? All right, thank you, sir. At this time, we'd like to have the applicant come forward and tell us a little bit about the application. Good evening and welcome.
Hello, my name's Joel Davis. My address is 2855 Ridge Valley Road, Atlanta. I want to rezone this property from R15 to general commercial. It's been a marine for probably, well, since 1973. What I want to do is renovate the property and put my engineering business in there, so I'll be a owner occupant of the property.
There you go. Well, Earl's our local historian, so he says it's been there a while. Well, good evening, welcome. Thanks for coming out and telling us a little bit about your application. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Davis? I mean, if I had a vote, I mean, he'd probably get a vote for me because he's got a great name. Just kidding. Can't do
Excellent.
that. Any questions for the applicant? So is there a plan to renovate the structure?
Just,
improve it?
we're going to use the existing building. I'll put a new roof on it, do some interior renovations, but it should pretty much look the same.
Well,
Same footprint.
Same footprint.
All the boats are gone. I think they left me one old boat tank back there, though, but it'll be gone soon enough.
Nice. Any enhancements you're going to make to the facade that might make us smile a little bit?
I think the vinyl siding will probably go away. No more yellow vinyl siding.
Very good. Very good. All right, no more questions for the applicant. Okay. That was a question, by the way. All right, at this time, thank you, sir. At this time, we'd like to ask if there's anyone in position. Our application is Z20-01001, the first zoning application of 2020. What a designation. Any public comment? Okay, let the record show there is none. All right, at this time, I'd like to entertain a motion.
Yes, I'd like to move to approve this zoning request as recommended by the staff.
Thank you, Mr. Bentley. We've got a motion to approve Mr. Bentley. Do we have a second? All right, we have a second, Mr. Jones. All in favor, please vote. All right, your application is approved 6-0. Good luck with moving your business into the old Smyrna Marine. This item will be heard, as they said, at Mayor and Council on February 17th, Mr. Staubs, is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. All right, the next item on our agenda is 39. This is zoning request Z20-002. It's rezoning from RTD to RDA for the development of two-lot subdivision for a two-lot subdivision at 5.68 units per acre. This is 0.353 acres in land lot 593, also known as 2790 Matthews Street. FCJ Partners LLC is the applicant. Mr. Staubs, the background, please.
Yes, this is zoning case Z20-0 Partners LLC. Your recommendation tonight will go to Mayor and Council on February 17th, next month. Subject property is 2790 Matthews Street. It's about 3.353 acres. It currently has a duplex on it. The applicant wants to remove the duplex and build two single-family detached homes. So the existing zoning of residential townhome is being requested to RDA, residential detached or attached. That zoning category is consistent with other zonings in that area. The future land use has the land use designation of medium high density residential, as well as most of the properties surrounding it, except the properties to the east, which is medium density residential. So it does not require a land use change. This is the proposed site plan. It'll have the RDA setbacks of front 25, side 5, and rear of 30. This is the proposed driveway. It'll be shared and run in the middle of the two properties, and then have rear entry garages. The proposed stormwater detention is in the front And then there's proposed right-of-way dedication to maintain a minimum 25 feet from the center line, and then sidewalk installation. These are the proposed home elevations. And this is a picture of the subject property, as well as the adjacent properties. So staff recommends approval of the rezoning from RD to RDA with the density of 4.65. I need to correct that. With standard conditions regarding the composition of homes, utilities underground, any necessary traffic improvements deemed necessary, no debris to be buried, they'll have to comply with our tree ordinance and have a landscape plan. Yards will be sodded, and then there's another tree requirement. They'll have the front setbacks, as stated before, of front 25, side 5, rear 30. You have minimum 22-foot length driveway. As I said before, about the right-of-way dedication on Matthews, and then sidewalk at a maximum height of 35 feet. They'll meet all the fire access requirements, water and sewer improvements, stormwater detention requirements, and the last two are that it's should be substantially compliant with the site plan they submitted, and then compliant with the home elevations that were submitted. And that's all.
All right. Are there any questions for Mr. Staubs? Okay. Thank you, sir. A little bit about the plan. Good evening and welcome.
Thank you. My name is Frank Thierry's. My address is 1687 Ash Park Court in Marietta. Proposing 2790. There's a duplex currently on the property. Plan on demolishing it and building 2 single-family homes, both higher than 2,400 square feet. Again, proposing to rezone RTD to RDA. And we'll, all the comments that were shown there we're agreeing to, so pretty self-explanatory.
All right. Do we have any questions for the applicant? Nobody's curious as to what he's going to build and how much it's going to cost, that kind of thing? Do you have a price point that you're targeting?
Low 600s.
Okay, low 600s. All right, any other questions? All right, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
At this time, I'd like to open the floor, see if there's anyone in attendance that would like to come forward and speak in favor of or opposition to the application. There's a whole bunch of them in there, Earl. Sorry. Let the record show there are none, again. Pretty sure if my wife ever watched this, she would correct my grammar constantly. But anyway, that's what you get for marrying a teacher. All right. So there is no one in attendance in favor of or opposition to this application. At this time, I would like to entertain a motion, please.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve this project as recommended by the staff.
All right, we have a motion to approve. Mr. Ben. All in favor, please vote. All right, your application is approved 6-0, and as Mr. Staub said, this will be heard at Mayor and Council on February 17th. Good luck with your project. All right, the last item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from the December 9, 2019 Planning and Zoning meeting. Do we have a motion to accept the minutes as presented? We have a motion, Mr. Seagraves. We have a second, Mr. Rice. All in favor? Please vote to approve the minutes, even though half the people that are here were not here during the meeting, but that's cool. Meeting minutes are approved 6-0. As our planning director just... So I guess the only other thing is we want to welcome Victor Jones, our new representative from Ward 2. We want to welcome Mr. Keith Bentley, our new representative for Ward 3. And we want to welcome Ms. Henrietta Ostrega, our new representative from Ward 7. For those of you that are here tonight, this is a very peaceful undertaking. A lot of times it feels like potatoes and other things are going to be thrown at you up here. So I'd like to congratulate, warn them, and thank them for volunteering for this quite often is a thankless job. Mr. Sudreth, do you have anything else you'd like to add to that? Oh my God, I did it again, didn't I? Mr. Martin, dear God, that's twice. Guys, I've been here a long time, okay? And that is the second time since he's got promoted that I've called him his boss's name. And I was with his boss for almost 10 years. So I am sorry, Mr. Martin. You know that.
No problem. I just want to echo what you're saying to the new Planning and Zoning Board members. Thank you for volunteering your time and all the energy you're going to spend here with us, making a difference in our city and guiding the future growth of our city. I look forward to, working with you guys and providing you guys the information you need to make your decisions. And to the existing council that remains, I appreciate everything you all do for us and the opportunity we have to work with you guys. And that's all I got.
All right, so I will tell you guys, we have the finest staff in all of Georgia, definitely all of Atlanta. I think it would be demeaning to just say they're the best in Atlanta, if not the Southeast. They do an excellent job. They work tirelessly to present these applications, to vet these applications, and present something to us that is both legal and an improvement to what we have. And I have great respect for what they do. One of the neatest things I've seen in my 10 years, and I think Earl can probably attest to this, is we were handed a digital document tonight that I think is just an absolutely fantastic tool, and I think it's a great idea. I didn't know about it. I'm excited to go through it. I mean, I can't tell you the volume of information, the boxes of information that I have, the binders that I have. Mr. Jones, if you plan on doing a binder for every meeting, you're going to have a lot of binders, buddy. We deal with a lot of information up here, so I'm ecstatic that they gave us the information they gave us tonight. And I'm thrilled for you guys that are new. I think it's an excellent library for you guys to be able to operate from home. So, any other comment? I know Mr. Rice always likes to talk. No? Okay. So, in the absence of any other comment or discussion, I'm going to call this meeting at 6:23 in the p.m. Oh, you good? Hold on.
We got a national championship game tonight. Do y'all have any predictions on?
I'm an SEC guy, you know that, but I think I'd have a hard time calling out anything against what Clemson's done over the last 2 seasons. That's my prediction. Anybody else? No football fans? Come on, Mr. Bentley. LSU? There you go. LSU, consensus? All right, well, I'm not going to say it because I went to Georgia, so we can all just adjourn this meeting at 6:23.